If you own a VR set, have you ever wondered whether you should buy Doom VFR or just play Doom the old-fashioned way? The short answer is, definitely play both games. Keep watching to find out why. I will compare and explain the story, level design, gameplay and visuals. Warning! The following section contains spoilers. Skip to 3 minutes and 12 to avoid them. First, let's start with the story of the 2016 version of Doom, which has many similarities to the original game from 1993. This is the case because Doom 2016 plays in a quite similar parallel universe. To understand this, we have to briefly recap the original storyline. Doom from 1993 plays on Mars, where the company UAC, Union Aerospace Corporation, performs experiments on teleportation. By accident, they open a portal to Hell. The protagonist is a Marine who is the sole survivor of his mission to Mars to defeat the demons. He fights his way to Hell and manages to seal the portal. Since another portal opened on Earth, he has to do the same shit again in Doom 2. Unfortunately, a master demon survived on one of Mars' moons and resurrected the killed armies of Hell. Therefore, in Doom 64, the Marine is sick of this shit and tries to seal the gate from inside for good and stays in Hell. The story of Doom 2016 plays in a similar alternate universe where the UAC also opened a portal to Hell, but for different reasons. They wanted to use the gate to harvest unlimited energy. Unfortunately, Dr. Olivia Pierce, one of the scientists on Mars, became obsessed with Hell and opened multiple portals. The UAC retrieved the sarcophagus of our Doom guy. Apparently, Hell connects all universes. The Doom guy was captured by demonic powers. Samuel Hayden, the chairman of UAC, awakens our protagonist on Mars. Again, the Marine has to defeat all demons and travel to Hell to obtain the so-called Crucible, a demonic artifact which is capable of absorbing demonic energy. In Hell, we also find the end boss Dr. Olivia Pierce, who transforms into a demonic mastermind. After killing her, we are teleported back to Mars. Unfortunately, the Marine is captured by Samuel Hayden, who takes the Crucible because he still wants to use the UAC portal for harvesting energy from Hell. In the end, Samuel Hayden teleports us to an unknown location. In Doom VFR, we do not play the classic Doom guy. Our protagonist is the last known human survivor, Dr. M. Peters. We witness his apparent death. However, his mind is transferred to an artificial brain matrix from which we are able to control a cybernetic combat chassis. Similar to the 2016 version of Doom, our main goal is to defeat the demons and to close the portal to Hell. The controls in Doom are very much just like an ordinary shooter. You can walk, jump, duck, throw grenades and of course shoot. In addition, you have the option of glory kills for weakened enemies. Later on, you also obtain the ability of double jumps. In general, the game is insanely fast-paced. If you don't move, you will die. Thus, health packs, ammunition and armor are automatically picked up as you walk over them. Killed enemies also drop those items. Weapons can be modified to become more efficient or to add other functionalities. The armor suit can also be modified for more health, armor and other benefits. Overall, there's nothing new in the gameplay. The selection of weapons is not great in quantity, however very nice in quality. Due to the fast-paced action and the variety of killing an enemy, the game does not need any gameplay innovations. It's just fun to kill a demon with a gun, by electrocution, with a chainsaw, or just with your bare hands. Except for the chainsaw and jumps, the same gameplay applies for Doom VFR. However, for such a fast-paced game, virtual reality demands some alternative forms of moving around to avoid motion sickness. Therefore, you can use your motion controller to teleport wherever you want within a certain distance. For this purpose, time is slowed down for a limited period. Unfortunately, on PlayStation VR, the motion controllers have to face the camera, Thus, shooting demons behind you does not work by physically turning around. Instant 180-degree turns are realized by pushing a button. In early stages of the game, this really destroys the immersion. It is very confusing to physically look around with your body and head for all locations left, right and in front of you, but to use a button to virtually instantly turn around. It takes at least 30 minutes of gameplay to get your head around that. Only after you mastered the fast 180-degree turns, the full immersion kicks in. However, if you are immune to motion sickness, you can still play and move around with your normal DualShock controller. Doom is a linear shooter with a linear story. It is by far not an open world game. However, in most cases, the levels invite to be explored. There are hidden secrets and passages everywhere. Sometimes you can choose which region of a map you wish to explore first. In the end, the game always forces you in the right direction. Despite the linear level design, the game doesn't feel too narrow. Levels are well thought out. However, there is one repetitive thing throughout the game. If there is a wide open area, you know that a massive demon invasion is about to attack. In those cases, the area is shut from the rest of the map until you have killed all demons. Of course, for boss fights this applies as well. Running away from your enemy is not an option. If you played Doom first and then Doom VFR, you will find yourself in familiar places. Doom VFR recycled some scenes from Doom with alternations and adjustments to suit VR. This is not necessarily bad, since the level design in Doom was awesome. In addition, there are new levels to round up the picture. Overall, Doom VFR manages to present the familiar levels in a different context. Combining this with a different gameplay and the opportunity to teleport to otherwise unreachable locations, all levels in Doom VFR are experienced very differently. In my opinion, the VFR version managed to arrange the levels such that they boost the immersion in a brilliant way. Doom and Doom VFR both look great. The atmosphere seems authentic. Just as you would imagine, a demonic invasion from hell leads to destruction, death and massive amounts of blood. All demons are very detailed, and to add more fun, the glory kills are as well. Unfortunately, Doom VFR for PlayStation only works with a lower resolution. Even the PS4 Pro is not powerful enough. Distant objects sometimes are pixelated. However, since the game is fast-paced, you won't notice at all. There is no time to look at distant pixels when you're occupied with surviving all those close-by demons. The game just looks gorgeous. Just look and listen to the music. Do I really have to say more? It's awesome! The action-packed music perfectly aligns with the fast-paced action scenes. Just a perfect match. As I said in the beginning, you should pick up both games. Doom from 2016 and Doom VFR. They are different in many ways and well worth your money and time. In conclusion, I'm ranking the two games as follows. For the story, Doom scores 5 out of 10 and Doom VFR 3 out of 10. The story by itself could be interesting, but unfortunately the storytelling sucks. There are some cutscenes, but they are by far not enough to understand the background or the overall story. The lack of storytelling is compensated by the very fast gameplay. One action scene is followed by the other. 8 out of 10 for Doom and 7 out of 10 for Doom VFR due to its confusing 180-degree turns. The level design is good in both games, 8 out of 10. Concerning the visuals, I have to drop 1 point for the PSVR version, so 9 out of 10 for Doom and 8 out of 10 for Doom VFR. Of course, the awesome music scores full 10 out of 10. Also a full score goes to the addictivity of Doom. It is so much fun to play and you can't get enough. However, I have to drop 1 point for Doom VFR since VFR is fucking exhausting. Playing more than 1 hour without a break is insanely demanding. With the immersion and the screen literally an inch away from you, your eyes aren't granted any rest. So with a playtime of about 3 to 5 hours, you need to take at least 3 breaks to finish the game. Doom has a much longer playtime with 8 to 12 hours depending on the difficulty setting. Thus, Doom scores 7 out of 10 and Doom VFR 4 out of 10. But keep in mind that Doom VFR comes with a much smaller price tag, hence playtime per buck is still very high. So what are you waiting for? Play both games! If you like my content, please share and subscribe. What is your opinion about the games? Let me know in the comments below.